live stream. And then we're gonna open this back up. Oh my god. It's probably been frozen on that one frame for like an hour.
Judging from like how far back I had to go to get to that frame, it looks like it's been kind of frozen for like 20 minutes.
Okay, Miss Vasquez. We need to test and see if it's working. So I'm gonna move the display capture back up. And with any luck, it should be better. Dun 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 dun. So there's that. It switched over. So it's at least moving forward, I think. Yeah, okay, I think we're good now. It's a couple seconds behind, it looks like, but it is working now. So we're gonna turn this off, drop it back down, and we're back into the game.
Alright.
Just keep an eye on the chat in case the stream freezes again, okay?
Okay, still waiting for the stream link to show up. I keep getting our old stream.
Oh, just go onto my YouTube page, just straight onto it.
That's what I did. That's what I did, and okay, here we are.
Okay.
Alright, yes, I got it now.
Alright, cool. So we should be fine, we should be good.
Yep. According to Firewall, looks like we're good to go. We're good. We're rolling.
Yeah.
Alright. Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too!
Well, they ate something. So they ate a boneless steak? Or you didn't? I'm gonna try this, but I think it's the middle one.
You didn't eat any steak during that break! You took your steak and threw it somewhere! Like that incinerator!
Oh, damn. I didn't even think of that one. Good job, Ace. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor?
Meeting the Steel Samurai.
She was meeting with the Steel Samurai!
Yeah. Order! Are you saying...
Firewall asks that we, make the text box a bit more transparent.
Text box more transparent? What do you mean?
Oh, in the game settings.
How do I do that?
Alright, so, hit
Go
escape.
To options.
And...
Text box.
Text
low.
box. Low or high? Yeah.
We'll
high
try
works.
high.
There we are.
Cool.
Phoenix has a bone to pick with D.
I didn't even think about the text box, so... Yeah, if this is better for you, we can do that.
I didn't know that either, to be honest. Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then, you did it! You killed him with your own hands!
Oof. Got her. But it's not over yet. Mr. Wright, what kind of final boss doesn't have multiple forms? Come on. Isn't this a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it?
Yes.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Isn't
Oh
that
no,
like
she's taking this
practically
seriously.
confessing?
Any day, Vasquez. I guess so.
That's like
Good luck,
borderline
Nick.
confession. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh, yes. The samurai spear?
Yes.
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. Oh, I'm going to use sexism as my defense.
Yeah.
How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? What do you think?
Clearly, she wouldn't be making this case if she could use the spear.
Well, I think there's more to it. Because if you remember, the spear is actually broken. So it's possible she could have actually just used the end of the spear. But
True.
I don't think she was the one using the spear. I think she probably used the end of the spear. But I think he tried to attack her and she like defended herself and ended up killing him is kind of what I think happened.
Fair.
I just don't know the specifics.
So to answer the question, so to answer that question, Firewall asks if this is a first-time playthrough. It is the first time for Melody. Melody has never played this game before. I have played up until about 2 cases into Trials and Tribulations, so I kind of know like the general sense of each case, but the direct memories of each case is kind of fuzzy.
Alright.
I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would.
Yeah, it sucks that there's still that delay, though. I just replied to Firewall, and I noticed that it was still like a minute or 2 behind. I wish it wasn't so far behind.
Yeah.
Huh.
But what can you do?
You see?
Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case.
Interesting. Meaning?
The samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
Ooh, Phoenix, you know something I don't?
I guess so.
What? Nani? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body, which, as we all know, means that it was clearly the murder weapon. Because that's all the fact-checking you need to do at any point.
I guess so. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon.
I have an idea. I'm going to use the photo, because if he wasn't punctured with the spear, right?
Yeah.
Then the only other thing I can think of is if he was punctured by the fence post, right?
Yeah.
like what else? What else would there be?
D be like, I'm just 6'5", Mr. Right. As you see, I'm quite short.
Then again, maybe it is the samurai. No, because he said the samurai spear isn't the murder weapon, right?
Yeah. So,
oh no, I'm stupid. The spear was broken.
Oh.
How could it be the murder weapon if it was broken, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try the spear.
I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon.
Duh, I'm stupid. I can't believe that it took me a minute to catch on to that.
I completely forgot it myself, so.
Yeah. Like, I am genuinely thinking that if it wasn't the spear, it was probably the fence post. Because, like, what else? Because it was a puncture wound, and that's the only other thing that we know of so far that could do that. So maybe, like, he tried to kill her and she pushed him or something, and then he fell onto the fence post.
Yeah.
I mean, that or her fucking gang of mafia dudes showed up and just like stabbed the shit out of him.
Yeah. He just had a straight up Yakuza fight.
Yeah, exactly. Did you already read this line? I am lost.
Yeah.
Okay. But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
I mean, he's making an excellent point. But duct tape is pretty strong. Order!
Yeah.
Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. I like how she's actively sabotaging her own fucking defense.
Yeah.
Are you quite sane?
That is still Vasquez.
Oh, jeez. They always switch to a different character's profile, and my brain just assumes that they're now speaking.
Yeah.
Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can, actually.
Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
He's so fucking smug about it.
Yes.
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Yeah, it's true.
mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, we did fuck up like 3 times in a row. Okay, now we show the fence post, I believe.
Yeah.
Take that! I still love the take that's. Take that!
Look at this photograph!
Every time I do it, send somebody to jail. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? I hear that typing.
Sorry, I was responding to someone in chat.
Oh, nice.
There's a...
Anything good?
Farel Aero Reglos, who's saying hi a lot.
Oh, hello, Farel Aero Reglos.
Farel Aero Reglos. I believe it's some sort of Latin.
I can't pronounce words with fancy accent sounds.
Fair, fair.
My brain no good, okay? Anyways, you gonna...
Okay, yeah, so apparently the stream is running a little laggy, but the game's still moving, so...
Yeah, as long as the game is moving forward, I guess we can live with the lag. Hopefully, we can figure some stuff out next week and have the stream run a little smoother, but... I mean, there's only so much we can do, really.
Yeah. Anyway, this photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth? You still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What? Are you saying...
Yes. What happened 5 years ago... has happened again!
Oh! It's so shocking. Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss Dee Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then, she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though, whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die? Ironic, isn't it? 5 years ago.
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it?
This reminds me of the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise. Ha ha! Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff.
The killer be like, stop, Hammer time.
Well, it was time to stop Hammer at the very least.
Yeah. You deny that what I say is true?
Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, the Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1? Nope. I'm saying you drove it there. And returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break. How could I have disposed of the body? With the truck. Well, the van.
In 15 minutes, though?
No, she put the body in the van to hide it, and then when they drove to Studio 1 later in the day, that's when she placed him there.
Interesting.
It's the only way any of this makes any sense as far as I can tell.
Look at this badge.
The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way, the van.
What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands?
Like a van. For instance.
Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes.
Exactly. She used the van.
And there was a way for you to carry that body!
Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Take that!
Oh, this always makes me so giddy.
I love the take
Miss
that.
Vasquez? Yes. You carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it!
The faces in this game are pretty good.
Yeah. Recall your testimony.
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1! Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume!
Hold on, right? Don't forget, it was Sal Manila that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manila was a conspirator? No, he's too stupid. He is too stupid.
Of course he wasn't!
So, without Mr. Manila noticing anything, she put the body in the van, then managed to put the body into the costume? It's not that unbelievable. Are you seriously suggesting that is possible?
Of course I'm not serious.
Huh? Oh, I guess he was a conspirator.
I was kidding to lighten up the proceedings.
I just genuinely thought he was that stupid. Light? Like, nothing about Salmonella strikes me as big-brained. Like, she could have easily stuck a body in that van and he'd have never known the fucking difference because he's an idiot. You can't lighten up a murder. Mr. Wright, the court requests you refrain from making claims in jest.
Yes, Your Honor. Of course Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood.
Yeah.
They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez? Shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. Okay.
I win?
I win! Even Edgeworth is like, wait, what? The whole courtroom's just like, wait, what the fuck? I don't know where to go from here.
So, what happens next? Don't do me! Don't you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
Uh-huh. I lost? Something like that.
I just said that.
Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez! So it was you! You killed Jack Hammer!
Nobody knows what to fucking do at this point.
Yeah.
Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure I did, Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits, and the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Ah, there we go.
Right.
But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. That hasn't stopped them from wanting to fucking throw Will Powers in jail.
Yeah, I know, right? What?
They're very selective about how things work.
What?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof.
Edgeworth isn't sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving.
No. What do I do now?
Testify again. Buy some time.
I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time.
Damn! Damn! It's come so far, only to fail.
Yeah, that's a little rough, buddy. But somebody's gonna step in. They always do this where there's like this fake out lose and then a Deus Ex Machina comes out of fucking nowhere.
It happens way too goddamn often.
It's like that other case where Shit. What was it? Was it the fucking spirit of Mia, whatever, came
Yeah.
to life?
Yeah, the
And
spirit of Mia just like
basically
showed up
just
out of
like,
nowhere.
yeah, just showed up and won the whole trial.
Yeah.
As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Oh, hey, look, our Deus Ex. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. Oh, never mind. I see. Very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, jeez. Indeed, verily I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick? Why did Edgeworth...
So, my running theory on the way Edgeworth works, by the way, is it seems like he's willing to lie and cheat and steal to get a conviction, but he's only willing to do those things if he genuinely thinks the person is guilty. That seems to be how he operates. He's absolutely willing to, like, lie, cheat, and steal and shit, but he won't do that if he doesn't think the person he's, like, going after is guilty.
I see.
That's kind of where I think he, like, operates at, if that makes sense.
So he just really wants to get people he thinks are guilty in jail.
And he doesn't care how he gets them there, as long as he believes they're guilty.
Yeah.
That's the way it seems to me, anyways.
Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But... wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that... Edgeworth.
Yeah, so I think it is the way I think it is. I think that's, like, his mind frame. He gets a guilty verdict because he thinks the people are guilty. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. What is it, by the way?
It is... Firewall asks, is the baby meme even relevant at this point?
Is the baby meme? What is the baby meme?
Let's go! I'll show you that after the stream.
Yeah, you have to show me after the stream. I'm probably going to see it and feel like an idiot for not knowing it. Because a lot of times I know memes, but I don't know them by name. And then I'll see them and I'll be like, oh, it's that fucking meme. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying, "He did it." I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issue raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination?
Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right.
Yeah, let's do this. Alright, so we're gonna have to definitely press on everything, I think.
Yeah.
I was with Sal and Oldbag when we found the body. Okay, let's start here.
What time was that?
We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then.
When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio?
About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. What do you think?
I think press everything.
Let's do it.
Where were the other employees when you got to the studio?
They weren't there yet.
Well, then you could have put Mr. Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help!
Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy.
Boy?
The witness will continue her testimony. Alright.
Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct?
Well, more like he was drugged, but yes. So he says.
Did no one go to call him?
Remember?
Remember what? The 21st night of September.
There was a dead body laying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm?
You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder.
Let's just keep going, man.
Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around?
The other way around?
You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? Sorry, your stream lagged immensely for me there.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright.
I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing.
Poor Powers.
Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. Okay.
What was everyone else doing at that time?
No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then silence. Dead silence. Ooh.
Just like that. Hey, Nick! Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
Like what? Okay.
Old bag. The security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it?
She said because she saw him going towards the studio.
Right. The Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word?
Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all of this after the fact.
That photograph? Meaning the one taken by the security camera?
She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer.
I don't think there's anything in there I can use.
Yeah, we just keep going till we find one.
You asked to be left out?
Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. Ooh, and I'm not really fond of that sort of thing.
But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question.
Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us.
Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot writing on it, with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning.
Okay, let's press on this.
Clearly, the answer is to present your attorney's badge.
Clearly. If I present my attorney's badge, she'll crumble and confess to everything.
Yeah.
The most useful item in the game.
The script and your direction notes?
Whew. Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen.
No, I guess not. Wait a second! I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh, we got her.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please continue. Wait, she didn't bring her script and note with her to the studio? I'm confused.
Hold on.
Oh, he caught it. Thank goodness somebody isn't stupid. I thought, like, when she said that, I was like, wait a minute. Didn't she just basically confess? Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Confused, right? It's like, what the fuck? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Yeah, bitch. Edgeworth got you. See, I was wondering why I can't believe Phoenix didn't catch that. I was starting to think I misunderstood what she was saying at first.
Yeah. Clearly the game just wants you to see Edgeworth's badass moments.
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I mean, this is kind of his job.
Appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
Why, it's not that shocking. He clearly realized that she's guilty, and that's all he cares about. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? Although this is definitely straight into mistrial territory, I think. No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. They just let these people do shit.
Yeah.
She knew that... I'm gonna press on that.
How did you know about the injury?
How did I know? Sal. He told me.
Sal, the director? You have to find something to peg this on her here. Or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him! Okay, so yeah, you gotta find evidence.
Okay, assistant is absent. I immediately called the police. The security lady is agitated, blah blah blah. Has to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. I knew the hammer was injured and couldn't...
So there's gotta be some sort of evidence that contradicts that statement.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know what.
Well, I don't know. Maybe just go back to the base of that statement. How would she not know that Hammer was injured? Just like completely ignore what came up during the press.
Okay. If I knew the Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. But how would she know that? The only thing I can think of is maybe the picture of him limping?
Well, keep in mind that picture isn't of Powers, it's of Jack Hammer pretending to be Powers by limping.
Like, what else is there though? That's the only thing that even tangentially relates to the injury is the photo.
I'd say go for it.
But I just don't know how it's relevant. Try it? Question mark?
You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.
What? Oh my god.
Oh shit, Hammer wasn't the one that was injured. I completely eluded my notice.
How did I not? Oh my god. It just dawned on me that she was talking about hammers the whole time.
Yeah. Now I feel like an idiot too, because I've even been to this before.
I am dumb. Oh wow. Man, you have to be really careful when you read the fucking lines in this game sometimes.
I love this game.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending?
One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
I already said. It was Sal who told me. That's right. You must have gotten it wrong.
I think not. Mr. Manila was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person?
Now, I don't want to run Phoenix's case, but Sal Manila is a fucking moron. Again, I repeat, as before, that guy would literally be dumb enough to get the names wrong. He is very stupid.
Miss Vasquez? Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manila.
From Vanilla.
Mr. Manila.
Mr. Manila.
You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Ah.
And when was he doing this?
Well, it would have had to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2 where he was murdered.
Exactly.
Although it's not really a murder if it was like a self-defense thing, which, given the way that he was putting on a Steel Samurai costume and faking being Mr. Powers, the only logical answer for why he would do that is if he was setting up the stage for a murder. So I think he went there to kill her and then he just wound up dying instead. Which would make this a self-defense case. And
Miss Vasquez? You met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping! And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit! That's why you were confused! That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning!
Order! Order! I will have order!